Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life now. Welcome to my life.
Going through a lot, the poor thing. Like he came in rushing. Okay, what did I miss? What has happened? You know, I've been updating everyone. What did I miss? So I started updating. The doctor came in. This is what she did, and then he brought me my birthing ball, one of those big bouncy balls that you sit on. It's it's deflated right now, so I would have brought it out to show you, but anyway, he brought out my ball, and because we had watched so many videos. Now this is where the positive thing starts, right? A few weeks before, no, let me go back to the beginning. I was blessed enough to be having a baby at the same time as two of my good friends. So when I say good friends, close friends, friends that we talk about a lot of things, we're open, you know, so it was nice to be going through it with them. So one, her baby was actually born 5 days before my baby, and then the other one, her baby was born 3 months before my baby. So it's like I had an experience with someone who was, I think, a week or 2 weeks ahead of me, like while we were pregnant, and then of someone who was like 3 months ahead of me. So it was really nice, you know, we'd share tips, information, things we find, what's working for the morning sickness, what's working for comfort, what to eat, what not to eat, hospitals, you know, just all types of tips and information. It was like this little, you know, I didn't feel alone. It was like a community that God blessed me with graciously. It was like a community that we could share information with. Yeah. So she had told me much earlier she had told me about some videos she was watching. I don't know if I'll be able to link them below. Not the exact videos, but like the channels. So she had told me, oh, have you started breathing exercises? I was like, breathing exercises? I'm one of those people that if I'm about to go write like a test, if it's the 11th hour, I'm not researching, I'm not reading anything. And also if I'm afraid or I'm nervous, I'd rather just not get into it because I don't want to make myself nervous or even more scared. So I was like, I'm not watching any of that. Then she told me, no, it's just really nice videos. They teach you how to breathe. They teach you how to sit, what positions can work for you, what to do, what not to do. So then I started getting into those kinds of videos. I would watch them here and there. And one of the videos I had watched was telling us on how to breathe during labor, like different breathing exercises and what to do. So one of the things that I had to do was ensure that my partner, the person who would be supporting me, a lot of their videos, they do are for like home births because they're American videos and a lot of them like home births. So they told me whoever your partner is going to be, they'll be there to support you. So you need to let them know how they can support you. So I remember a few weeks before, maybe 2 or 3 weeks earlier, I told my husband, babe, this is what you need to do when I'm giving birth. Remind me to breathe because apparently you forget to breathe. Remind me to do ABC. These are the breathing exercises. I started showing him like when to do them, how to do them. I thought he wasn't paying attention, but he was. So while everything was starting out, this was 8:40 in the morning when they put it in. I started feeling like the jerking by about 9:20. That's it, not jerking, sorry. I started feeling like the cramping by 9:30. And I was sitting on my ball to try and relax, you know, breathing. Now I was still in control. I was still in the, you know, internet kind of, you know, those are my things I watched. I was still like, you know, I said to myself, I will not be the crazy woman screaming. I will not be the crazy woman screaming. Although, what happens in there, guys, you can't control it. But I was just like, I don't want to be the crazy woman screaming. So I was still relaxing, singing songs, you know, convincing myself, talking to myself rather, because one of the things they tell you to do is like to talk to yourself. You have to remind your body, my body was made for this, my body knows what to do, I need to cooperate with my body. It sounds like weird things, but anyway. So that's what I was doing. I was sitting on the birthing ball, relaxing, moving, because movement also really helps. That's why you find a lot of women like walking around, exercising. By the way, I didn't exercise while I was pregnant. I think I exercised once, maybe when I was 6 months pregnant. You know, I did a bit of walking, a bit of yeah, but not really. And my husband would tell me, babe, you need to be exercising every day because you need to be walking, you need to have strength, you need to all of those things. So I would be like, I was sitting on the ball, turning, just trying to aid my body, helping it. This was now 8:40. No, this was 9:30, and I'm now starting to feel the sleep that I did not sleep at night. So I was like, let me relax, let me sleep. The pain was just intensifying. How do I explain it? Like bad cramps, like cramps. So I said, okay, you know what? Let me lay down. And it was feeling, I said, let me just lay down. I'll get back to the ball later. I laid down. That was about 9:30. The doctor came back in to check on me at about 10:40 and asked, oh, how's it going? And I was just saying, okay, there's pain, but I'm still managing. And the urge to pee, there was a sudden urge to pee. Like I was so pressed, you just feel like your bladder is full and you need to pee. They told me I couldn't pee within the first hour of putting that little thing in. Was it the first hour 30? The need to pee. So immediately the doctor and the nurse came in at like 10:30 to ask me how I'm doing. I was like, I need to pee. That's the only thing I need to do. I need to pee. It felt like my bladder was going to burst. I'm going to pee it was so bad. So I get off the bed into the bathroom that was in the same room. I'm peeing. There's barely anything coming out. I'm like, okay. Like little trinkles, like little trinkles. That's what was coming out. I thought, okay, after this I'll feel better. The urge to pee continued. It wasn't stopping. I was just feeling like I need to pee. I would get up, go to the bathroom, and they told me, okay, so the closer you're getting, like as the hours go by, if you need to pee, press the little button so that a nurse comes and monitors you as you pee, because anything can happen now. We need to monitor and check. Then at 11, they now started, they continued checking. They had been checking like how dilated I was. So they would check, okay, how far along are you? How many centimeters? How far along are you? So at 11:30, no, the next time they came to check was 12, about 2 hours later. At 12, they come to check and they're like, okay, you're still far. And I'm thinking, I'm still far? Like, now things had intensified. It was so painful. I was just thinking to myself, can't they just cut me open and just do this? Can't they? It was painful. The pain was like cramps / needing to pee / just this like heaviness on your bladder, this heaviness on your cervix plus some stretching. It was bad, but then I had to keep reminding myself, remember, when the pain comes, you have to breathe. And then on top of that, to keep talking to myself and reminding myself, like, my body knows what it's doing. It was made for this. It was made to birth. It knows exactly what's happening. Like just the mantras and things that I was, feeding my mind with. So when the when the contractions would come, my husband would be the one reminding me to breathe. And he would tell me, babe, breathe. And the breathing changed everything. It would make everything feel better. Not nothing. I wasn't not feeling anything when I would breathe, but I was like more, it was at ease, you know what I mean? Like the pain wasn't as intense when I would do my breathing exercises. So I would be breathing through them and then it kind of passes. So the contraction comes and then it kind of passes, and then in this nothingness, stillness, then it comes again strong and then nothing. So the contractions were coming maybe every 20 to 30 minutes, I would say, or 15 minutes. No, but they were quite far apart. So with that breathing, that would be helping. But when they would come, I don't know how long they would last. I would be trying to throw myself off the bed. My husband kept coming, babe, you're going to fall off the bed. Babe, you're going to fall off the bed. I'm just like, anything to take this pain I'm feeling away. If it means falling off the bed, better I fall off the bed, because the pain I was feeling, I was just like, I'd rather just fall off the bed and have like a broken leg and be feeling that, because this that I'm feeling, no, it's not human, it's not normal. It was bad. It was really bad. Despite the breathing, it was really bad. And the nurses kept coming to check on me. And for food, we had gotten some food in the morning because I think their canteen wasn't serving food. So I told him, oh, please just get me Pizza Inn. I like Pizza Inn. I'm like, get me a Pizza Inn, get me a juice bottle, like, you know, that my things that I wrote down on the list of what to carry: extension cables, chargers, ABC. So for food, I had asked him to buy drinks, and then I was just diluting them, and then I started drinking Fruity, the fruit drink. I don't know if Fruity. That's what was like, okay, this will give me energy and revive me and give me a little bit of energy that I needed. Some snacks, he bought some sweets. I couldn't even eat any of these things by the time the labor contractions were like getting worse. I reached a point where I think it was about 3 in the afternoon. I could not take it anymore at 3 in the afternoon. But between these contractions, I would fall asleep, and then the contractions would wake me up. And then I would fall asleep, then they wake me up, and when they wake me up, I'm just like, I could fall down. Like, can someone just start smacking me or beating me or doing something, because the pain was too much. What happened next? So at 3, my mom, I think, had sent my husband a message asking, like, okay, how far, what's going on? Then he says, let me ask the nurses, and then let me ask the midwife, and then I'll get back to you. I had the best midwife, Brenda. She's the bomb. Yeah, I don't know if she's at, I think, UTH and the hospital I was at. Yeah, Brenda was it. So Brenda comes in, and then she asks her, Brenda comes in, and then my husband asks her, how far are the contractions? Like, not how far are the contractions, how far dilated is she? Then she checks and says, she's really far. I think she will probably give birth at like 22 or something, 10 p.m. I was like, 22, and this is 15 hours or 15:30. I was like, no. I kept on doing the breathing, and then also when you do the breathing, it kind of helps the baby move down. So the breathing exercises can actually help the baby get through the small birth canal, the cervix. It helps like push everything downwards. So the breathing exercises like would help the baby come down. So when he inquired and asked, and she said 10 p.m., we were thinking, okay, he even texted my mom, oh, no, they're saying 10 p.m. I was just thinking 10 p.m. And I don't know if he told me. I think I overheard, but he didn't tell me because I was going to be so discouraged. It was so painful. So he texted her, texted everyone, no, they're saying 22, most likely 10 p.m. You know, so I kept on doing the breathing exercises, breathing. And then at 5, I think one of the midwives came in, and she was just doing rounds, and she came to check. And now at this point, I had started feeling like this kicking, like this sudden, I don't know, jerking on my bladder, like jerking, you know, like something's trying to come out, like there was this jerking. And then the midwife comes in and she checks, and she's like, I think this baby's coming now. I don't know, I think that's how it happened. She says, this baby looks like it's coming now. So she goes out, runs, tells the other midwives to get ready and get a place ready for me because the baby is coming sooner than they thought. This is now 17 hours, 17 or 17:20. One part that I forgot is that earlier at about 11, when I said the pain was too much, or 12, they gave me a painkiller. The painkiller that they gave me, they had to insert it in the cervix as well. They inserted it, it kind of made things better, but I don't think there's a painkiller that makes things go away unless it's an epidural. Because I'd asked them again at 15 hours, I asked them, can I please have another dose? They said, no, we've already given you the max of what we can give you. I was like, just a little bit more, I will feel better. They were like, we've already given you everything that we can possibly give of this medication, so we can't give you any more. So now back to, you know, at 5, and they're telling me, okay, the baby is actually coming now. This is at 5:30, the baby 5:20, the baby is coming now, so we need to walk to the theater room. I was like, can't they wheel me? Like, just get wheel me out. And by this time I had already changed into a gown, so they gave me a gown earlier in the day that's open, you know, just one of those hospital gowns. So she's like, no, you have to walk there because you're going to need the energy. I was like, I don't have energy, I'm already tired. can I please just be wheeled there? She's like, you have to sort of wake up. So the medication had made me a little bit drowsy, not as awake. I felt like I was in some kind of trance, hallucinating, you know. And the whole time my husband was sitting with me. He was on the sleeper couch. He was sitting there with me. Initially he tried telling a few stories, but you know, I was sleeping actually. So he had now just let me sleep, and I think he was on his phone. I'm not sure what he was doing. But then when they came in to get me, now he started texting and calling everyone frantically. Oh, it's happening now, it's happening now, she's going in. And then when I finally went in, they make me get on the bed, and then I start pushing. So they tell you to only push when the contraction happens. The contraction happens, they tell me to push. I think I pushed in like, am I exaggerating? I think 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, I think I was done, because I'd gone in at, let's say, 5:30, and the baby was born, so almost 20 minutes, because the baby was born at 5:47 on the 10th of January 2022. She was born at 5:47, so I had been pushing for maybe about 15 minutes, but not continuously, because you only push when the contraction comes. So you take time to breathe. They get you in the laying down position. You take time to breathe, and then you push, and then the contraction comes, you push again, just like that. And then finally the baby came out. I was asking my husband, I said, babe, could you hear me? Was I the screaming lady? And he just gave me a look. I think I was. I couldn't control it, but anyway. So she was born at 5:47. Immediately after, I was like about to, I think, faint or something, and they kept waking me up. Zoe, wake up, what baby is it? And they're holding the baby up. Meanwhile, the baby is just looking at me. The baby was born looking around, guys. She was looking around. So they asked me, what baby is it? And I said, a girl. And they're like, okay, you have to stay awake. And then they went to the little baby bed to get her ready and get her prepped. And then they got me into the shower, because there's a shower there. And then the nurse was so kind, and she bathed me, and she, you know, put the water on me and soap and all that. And then she, no, not soap, I'm lying, not soap, but you know, she bathed me, helped me bath. And then she went to get a gown for me and asked me, would you like anything to drink? I said, yeah, my Sprite that I left in my juice bottle. She brought the Sprite with ice, you know, because I was feeling so hot. Immediately I took a sip, the shivering, it just went from like, I went from so hot to, I think, feeling like I'm somewhere in the middle of the snow or something. I was shivering. I couldn't stop shivering. They covered me, and then we walked back to my room, and they brought the baby along, and a pediatrician came to see the baby and check whatever they check after the baby is born. And my husband hugged me, and then I got on the bed and I was sleeping, and then my mom was on her way. After that, my husband went to buy us some food. Then he left, I think, at about 9 p.m. He left, and it was just me, the baby, and my mom waiting for the next day when we were discharged. And yeah, so all in all, I would say the staff was really nice. The hospital in general was really nice, really accommodative. Obviously it can't be completely smooth. There was a few hiccups here and there, administrative issues here and there, you know. And then they did a staff switch. The shifts changed, so after the shifts changed, you obviously have new nurses who I wasn't too keen or on all of them. Yeah, but overall it was a really positive experience. If you want the aftermath, let me know, or you want the before, through the pregnancy journey. But yeah, so I hope you like the story. I hope it encourages you, especially the part about watching the videos and the baby is awake. So the positive part of the whole thing was, you know, I think that it didn't take too long in labor, and also just having the right mindset for it all, and you know, a few things that I used to equip me. I hope I'll be able to link some of those videos, not the exact specific videos, but like some of the channels. I'll be able to link them down below. I hope I will. Anyway, I'll see. I'll let you know if they're linked down below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you watched thus far, if you're about to give birth, all the very best. If you have a positive experience or any kind of experience, do let me know. If you have any questions as well, do let me know. So I was gonna show you the baby, but she's currently dealing with a slight eye infection. So yeah, she's been sleeping most of the day. I hope in the next video I'll be able to introduce you to her. And right now my top is in this, the crisscross is not where it's supposed to be because I'm currently breastfeeding her. My sweet little baby, she's not feeling too great, like I said. Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, do share, ask questions, share your experiences, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being patient with me, and thank you so much for watching thus far. Bye, see you in the next one. Yeah.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life now. Welcome to my life.